Alright, welcome to Unit 3. Hopefully by now you've figured out what's going on. I hope you're listening because we're going to switch things up a little bit. You're going to do the guided notes. Some of it I'm going to leave for you to do. You're going to take the guided notes with you to do your first attempt on the mastery check. And you turn in your mastery check and you glue in your guided notes. And then if you mess up the first attempt of the mastery check, then I'll have a couple extra problems for you to go learn how to do instead of doing a whole practice sheet, and you'll staple that to your second attempt. So less work, but it only works if you actually learn from the guided notes video. We'll see how it goes. Alright, coordinate plane. We start with the basics of a coordinate plane. Unit 3.1 is all about coordinate plane. What is a coordinate plane, man? So this is Unit 3.1, guided notes. You're not going to have practice sheet videos anymore. You're not going to have full practice sheets. We'll see how it works. Either you learn it or you don't. It's kind of on you. It's always been on you, but now you finally get it. It's on you, right? I'm giving you everything you need. You just have to listen and learn. Coordinate plane. A plane, I don't want it to be boring. A plane divided into 4 regions used for graphing. You've probably seen one before, maybe with or without information. Okay? You need to know, one, this is a coordinate plane. It has 4 regions, also known as quadrants. The origin, you need to be able to explain, and the origin is literally the center, the beginning of all things, right? Origin. And you need to be able to label it dead center. The origin is 0, 0, because it's the dead center of everything. Your quadrants start in the top right, and you label them with Roman numerals. 1, 2, because we're going counterclockwise. 3, and 4. You have 4 quadrants, 4 regions, also known as quadrants. You need to be able to label the x-axis. The x is your horizontal line. This is your x. X is horizontal. And your y-axis. Your y-axis are your vertical. This is your y-axis. So you need to be able to tell me the origin is in the middle. 0, 0. The 4 quadrants, 1, 2, 3, 4. Labeled with Roman numerals. Your x-axis is your horizontal axis. Horizontal, that's the word. If the question says which axis is horizontal, you need to be able to tell me that's the x-axis. And the y-axis is vertical. Same thing. If it says which one is vertical, you need to be able to tell me it's the y-axis. Okay. Why does it matter? Because we're going to put information on the coordinate plane. Information called ordered pairs, also known as coordinates. Coordinates is another name. Ordered pairs, coordinates, ordered pairs. They're not the same exact thing, but they're often used interchangeably. You might hear them called ordered pairs. You might hear them called coordinates. All right? It's a point. An ordered pair is a point on the graph, right? It's just a point, and it's always, always, always parenthesis x comma y parenthesis. Always, always, always. Just like the origin. Remember the origin, the center, 0, 0. It's always x on the left, y on the right. Always, always, always. And if you can remember that, you save yourself a lot of drama. Alright? So when you're naming these points, these ordered pairs, the coordinates, whatever you want to call them, You start at the origin, the center, right? It's asking for the what are your coordinates for point A. So you start on the X because it's on the left. How many did you have to go left or right? Because on the X-axis we go left or right. We had to go 1, 2, 3 left. 3 left. Imagine it's a number line. Left is negative, right is positive. And then this is also a number line turned sideways. Up is positive, down is negative. All right, and we had to go 1, 2, 3, 4 up. So it's positive. Those are your coordinates. That's your ordered pair for that point. That's your ordered pair for that point. All right, for B, starting at the origin again, on the x-axis we had to go right 2, so positive 2, because right 2, and we had to go down 1, 2, 3, down 3, negative because we went down. C, this one is on the axis. We did not have to go left or right, which means we went 0 left or right. And we went 1, 2 up. 1, 2 up. All right? You're going to do D, E, and F. Left, right first. Left negative, right positive. Then up, down. Up positive, down negative. All right? And then it's asking what quadrant it's in. A is in this quadrant. This quadrant, go ahead and label it. Right? This is 1, and we go counterclockwise. 2. I told you you're going to need to be able to label them. You get enough practice labeling them, and you'll be able to see them in your head. A is in quadrant 2. B is in quadrant 4. And C, because it's on the axis, it is on the y-axis. This is the y-axis. Remember, this is the x. Because it's on the y-axis, you just put y-axis. Y-axis. Again, you do D, E, F. I'll be checking. When you bring me the guided notes, I will check to make sure they are complete before I give you your first mastery check. Alright, there are two different basic types of graph. There is a discrete graph and a continuous graph. And continuous is what it sounds like. It goes on forever. Which means discrete is the other one. The one that doesn't go on at all. Right? The opposites of each other. Let me explain what I mean. Discrete graph is a graph of distinct points. A graph of distinct points. Right? X-axis, Y-axis. Go ahead and label them because it helps us remember. Points just randomly scattered around. They are distinct from each other. They are unconnected. Unconnected points. This is a discrete graph. Unconnected. A continuous graph, a graph with connected points and lines. A graph with connected points by lines and curves. Lines and curves. Right? Connected. So again, x-axis, y-axis. It's good practice. Points. And because now there's a line that connects them, and the line goes on forever. It tells us this goes on forever. It's continuous. It never ends. Now it's a continuous graph because they're connected. That's it. That's the difference. All right, so watch this as many times as you need to, and read over your notes as many times as you need to. You need to be able to label a coordinate plane, and you need to be able to tell me where on that coordinate plane certain points are. You need to be able to do the information on these guided notes. When you're ready, come back and get your mastery check.